Gemini, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late January 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Geminis out there. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My gods and spirit team, talk to me about Gemini. What's up with my friends? And then, yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Gemini. The deck is jumping. It wants to send you some messages here. Let's get it going. My gods, talk to me. What's happening? What's happening for my friends? Thank you. Okay. This is a very beautiful, confident card as well, but could also be someone that doesn't want to cause any waves or cause any problems. It's a very blended in type of energy as well. So it's an intriguing energy because it's two totally separate different messages here on the front end. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card a little bit. So we see this woman. She's wearing that big white wig. She's in costume, dressed up like all the birds that are surrounding her. So first and foremost, I always think of aesthetics with this card. How somebody's looking. So for some Geminis out there, you might be switching your look up a little bit, right? Could be wardrobe, it could be anything aesthetic, it could be your hair, it could be makeup, it could be anything really, like somebody caring about how they present themselves to the world when this card is here. So for a portion of you, you might be feeling really beautiful and sexy with this type of energy. But a big thing I always say is this lady, it looks like she's trying to blend in with the crowd. So some Geminis, it might be the complete opposite, right? You might be in hermit mode, right? You might be withdrawing a little bit, laying low. Or if that's not you, it could be someone you're connected to, just trying to lay low and not cause any problems. That's a big thing with this card. It's like someone that doesn't want any issue, any problems. I'm just going to lay low and blend in with the crowd. So that's always an intriguing energy here because I feel like it's either one or the other. I mean, it could be someone who's confident but laying low at the same time. It could be either or, it could be both. Take it however it hits. We're just going to put it down right over there. Let's get you into tarot now. And I always say that first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 in the upright and we'll get into the intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up one time for the Geminis here in late January. We're moving into Aquarius season. Let's see what's up. And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled A Massive Change, and it seemed to me like a lot of Geminis are really in a period of big transformation, a lot of metamorphosis. So whether it's internal changes you're going through, changes in situations, like things that could have been long-standing for quite a while, could be shifting and moving. That was the big vibe I was picking up last week. So let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. So let's get it going. 3 cards to start us off. What's up with Gemini? Please. Thank you. All right, King of Swords, that is a card that could represent you. Very stern. This is someone who is about their business. Okay. Not gender specific, obviously, so we'll talk about it a little more. Let's get a couple more. Thank you. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. All right. This could be very good. Let's get one more out here, then we'll really start to build this story out for you. One more for Gemini. I'm getting the vibe of someone like overseeing something as well. All right, yeah, we have the 3 of Wands, a big card of manifestation. It could be somebody who's in a holding pattern, waiting, purposely manifesting something. That could absolutely be the case with this card. So yeah, Gemini, we have an intriguing mixture of energy this week. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, I look down here. I'm seeing a nice, even mixture of elements. Last week, there was a lot of earthy type of energy. Now we have some air. We have some earth, we have some fire, so this could be different areas of life, different aspects of one situation. You know how it goes with tarot. Also a card that could be representing you, leading us off right here in the front. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this story out. Position number 1, we have the King of Swords, pardon me, totally different energy from the Knight to the King. And remember, this could be you or another air sign. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, not gender specific. So when we see the King of Swords, it's the ruler of the sword suit. And swords rule over communication. They also rule over the thought processes and the mind. When I see the King of Swords, it is extremely strategic and plan-based. This could be somebody setting plans in motion, strategizing about things, very straightforward with the communication and the talking. And it's a brainiac type of energy as well. I hate to say it like that, but it's someone that is extremely intellectually gifted when we have the King of Swords. It's someone who's in control of their communication and their thought processes, which is nice. But a downside of the King of Swords is it could be very stern, no nonsense, serious, truthful, straightforward to the point. Nothing wrong with being truthful, but this is cold. Okay, sometimes, not every time, obviously. So for a portion of you, there might be something you were taking very seriously. Maybe that links into the next card we have here. Whether it's situations or otherwise, we'll have to see. And I'm getting little mixtures of a lot of the things we've already been discussing because, yeah, we have this planning here. We'll talk more about this on the back end. But in the center, let's just keep it in order. We have the 10 of Pentacles, beautiful. One of my favorite cards in the whole entire deck. Now, 10s generally represent the close of a cycle. Doesn't have to be a rough and tough ending. So when I see this 10 of Pentacles, I think of something going possibly very, very well. A level up of some kind. This is a card that could represent your material world, your material well-being. So we could be seeing influxes of money or just things leveling up across the board. Like, this is a card of prototypical wins and victories. So I really like that it's dead center in the spread. Other things that it could represent, the house, the home, the family unit. So whether it's situations within the family, this card could be representing your living situation. Take it however it hits, but generally it's a very solid, sturdy, firm type of energy and card, and it is super abundant. So I like this 10 of Pentacles. Now, a problem with it, or a challenge, should I say, is the 10 of Pentacles could be very rigid. It could be an energy that is, I don't want to say stubborn, but it's set in place. Like, this isn't a fly-by-night type of energy. It's very set in stone. So we're going to have to watch out for that. And with the King right next to it, overseeing this 10 of Pentacles energy, hope maybe it's a win or a victory of some kind. We'll see. But moving to the back end, this is where we get another card that generally represents somebody in a waiting pattern or a holding pattern. We have the 3 of Wands. The 2 of Wands represents planning. This still gives me this strategic vibe that I'm already picking up within this spread. But let's talk more about this 3 of Wands. You see this individual, they're looking off the beach, out at the ships that are coming in. So generally when I see this, it's something that's very close to happening, something that's very close to coming in. For a portion of you, you could be purposely manifesting something, or something is just within reach. It's right there. In its challenge, this card could represent impatience or experiencing delays. Feel like you're waiting forever and ever and ever. This could represent travel and distance as well. So whether it's situations involving distance, or you might be taking a trip, planning a trip, there's a lot of little nuance to every single card in the spread. But once again, a thing I'm picking up, aside from everything I already spoke about, especially with the King on the front end, there's like this underlying plan or strategy happening, whether that's coming from you or someone else. So I want to dive deeper on all this, Gemini. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Geminis, please. I think I saw the planning for you a few weeks ago as well. But yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that King of Swords. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Gemini, you could drop it right in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, King of Swords time. What is that King doing here? Okay. All right. Yeah, so in this time, you're going to want to watch out for things returning in a very big way here. Okay, and we'll see when we get to the back end as well. We have the 6 of Cups. To me, is a card of history. It's a card of soul ties, soul connection, soul bond. So generally, it's very beautiful. It's a card of sharing, right? Sharing is caring. There's a lot of good classical meaning to this card as well. It's one of the more positive ones in the deck, if you ask me. But when I see it, I think of history, whether it's people you have a lot of history with, whether it's memories for a portion of you. There could be someone taking lots of trips down memory lane, whether it's you thinking about the past, someone from your past thinking about the past, thinking about you possibly here. We have someone that's just taking these never-ending trips down memory lane. And a big thing I'm picking up here, like with this history and the Knight of Swords, we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the reading. Things could start returning in this time, which is another theme I've been seeing for other signs in recent weeks, where it's been like cycling around the zodiac. So for Gemini, whether it's individuals, whether it's people, whether it's situations, habits, behaviors, there could be various things starting to return, like making big returns out of nowhere possibly when I have all this energy here. This is also a karmic card as well, since it does link into the past. So maybe there's a lesson you need to relearn, or maybe someone else needs to learn a lesson too. But when I see the Six of Cups, I don't necessarily get warning flags, right? Or red flags. It's not like, warning, warning, watch out. This is coming back around and it's going to be terrible. Just watch out for things circling back around. That's a big vibe I'm picking up with things returning, okay? And it could come in very suddenly. Let's go in on that Ten of Pentacles, though. We're not going to linger here. It is what it is, right? If things start returning, that's their business, right? Let's go in on that 10. Why is that Ten of Pentacles in the mix? Which I find intriguing because, like, last week was all about, like, change and shifting. Now we have an energy that's trying to cycle back around. We'll see what's up. So why is that 10 of Pentacles here for Gemini? And for, like I said, for a portion of you, you might just be taking walks down memory lane, of course. Wow, this is huge. And here's that karmic energy of change showing up once again. We have Judgment in the upright underneath this 10 of Pentacles. Something huge is coming in. It could even be massive. Like I said, level up for a portion of you if it is change. I feel for a lot of Geminis, like living conditions or living situations for a lot of you could be on the plate for a big change here, whether it's something you're wanting to do or something that happens. But Judgment is a card of transformation. Now, it is also a card of action. It's a card of movement. That's why I said it comes in powerfully. It comes in strong. So when I see it under a card of leveling up and abundance and wins and victories, I just have to say, Gemini, this energy is moving towards you magnetically. It's very, very powerful. It's like, yeah, you could put energy towards something, but it's more about the energy moving magnetically towards you with this possible returning energy. Now, the Judgment here, it's like things are coming in magnetically, and we'll see how it plays on the Three of Wands. But once again, massive energy of wins and victories for you, which I love. I really like it. And I feel like we don't really need to overcomplicate it or dive into the minutia of this card. Like, it's simple, it's straightforward. What you see is what you get, except for a portion of you, like I did say, maybe there's something about a current living situation that you want to tinker around with or change or optimize. That's possible. Things around the house as well. I'm also getting little vibes of like upgrading things around the house. I'm getting all sorts of stuff here. Just a very powerful, motivated type of energy, but I'm expecting wins and victories here. Beautiful. Let's move to the Three of Wands. We'll see if this magnetism still hangs in the balance, because I feel it. Like, yeah, the things are turning. Now this energy coming in. If we get another magnetism on the back, it's going to be powerful. So let's see what that Three of Wands has to say. Why is the Three of Wands here for Gemini? Thank you. Temperance. Yeah, be patient. Your patience being rewarded in the end for something that claimable. I feel overall, Gemini, this is an extremely claimable message and energy this week, and I really, really do like it. Double angelic figures finishing us off on the back end. So we have Gabriel, we have the Archangel Michael, the protector. This temperance could represent Sagittarius. So if you're linked to Sagittarius, they're showing up here. Now, whenever I see temperance in the upright, it is somebody like waiting patiently, waiting calmly. There's also an alchemy to this card as well, of creation. So some of you might just need to hear something is still cooking, right? Something is still brewing, something's still cooking. But the intuitive vibe I'm getting here with this Three of Wands and temperance is like, yeah, your manifestation will come in, or whatever it is that you are putting a lot of your energy towards, you need to be patient because your patience will be rewarded. A lot of you need to also hear that you are spiritually protected. You're being spiritually watched over as well. Okay, that's a big thing I'm picking up here. But I like this energy overall, Gemini. I feel like this reading is extremely positive. Even though like we have possible things returning here on the front end, overall this is an extremely positive message. And just know your patience or your focus will be rewarded in one way or another, especially with the wind, the massive energy in the center. Let's go through and do a quick recap here, Gemini. Then we'll get into the shadow card real quick. Lovely. Position number one, we have the King of Swords with the Six of Cups in the upright. As I was saying, for a portion of you, you might be taking trips down memory lane, thinking about memories. Maybe someone's possibly thinking about you with this energy as well. But a big thing I was picking up immediately was returning. Things returning, whether it's people, behaviors. There is an energy that is magnetically moving towards you, multiple energies that are moving towards you magnetically. So I really like this. So just know, yeah, whether it is people or behaviors or things could pop back up, come back around, and it could come in a little surprisingly. Moving into the center, we have the 10 of Pentacles with Judgment in the upright. Massive action-based type of energy. Some of you really might have the bug to change a living situation or even upgrade around the house and stuff like that. But once again, the energy of wins and victories. And I always say wins and victories come in all different shapes and sizes. They could be monetary, work things. They could be emotional things. It's coming at you, right? Like the massive wins and victories right here in the center. Like this whole reading is extremely claimable, Gemini. Even if you're cross-watching for a Gemini, this is a very good spread for you. Moving to the back end, we have the 3 of Wands with Temperance in the upright. Beautiful spiritual protection here. And I really just love how this energy feels getting to the back end, because it's saying your patience will be rewarded. Something is baking still, like something is still being cooked. It's not quite ready yet, but it's close. And Spirit is saying, like, yeah, your patience will be rewarded in a very big way. So this is really, really nice, Gemini. Please take a screenshot of that. Let's get you a shadow card now. So let's see what's in the shadows for Gemini, my guides. Really like your reading this week. It was a nice little switch up, a nice little change, my friends. But let's see what's happening. And as a lot of you already know, I like to pull a shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see just yet. Shadow card doesn't always have to be a challenge. It could be a very good thing. So let's get it going here. Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it down in the comments below. It is a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for my channel members. Obviously, no pressure. Just got to mention it. Let's get you one shadow card. What is in the shadows for Gemini, please? Thank you. 4 of Swords. A little rest, a little relaxation, a little recuperation. Nothing wrong with that from time to time, my friends. It's as long as it's not too much stagnation when we have the 4 of Swords. Now, for a portion of you, when this card does show up in the shadows, I do have to mention rest, sleeping, the dream states. For a portion of you, Spirit could be trying to commune with you via dreams. So for a lot of Geminis, you could be having lots of vivid dreams or ones that you probably should take note of and remember when this card shows up as a shadow card. But the 4 of Swords to me is a card of recuperation and relaxing a little bit. So if you've been busy, if you have a lot of stuff going on, lots of energies messing with you, you might need to either give your mind a break or give your body a break, specifically when this card is here. There's nothing wrong with recharging a little bit. And it's very important for us as humans to really take care of ourselves, take care of our vessels. That's a big thing here. For another portion of you, the 4 of Swords could be Spirit just saying, like, yeah, there's a temporary hold on something as well. That's just one thing I do have to mention, because the 4 of Swords isn't final destination type of energy. It's like a little pit stop along the road. So for a lot of Geminis, there could be something that it's at a hold for a moment, but there's a continuation. So take a screenshot of that if you'd like to as well, Gemini. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the January subscriber surprise. For the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls tarot deck. It's one of my favorite new decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what are one of your biggest goals for this year that we just entered into? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you again soon.